Oh, hey. Um, Brought the glasses today. I know. I thought I might as well address the elephant in the room. I'm wearing the cool glasses at freaking 5 a.m. in my parents' basement. Why? Why do I got the goggles on? Huh? Recently I just keep thinking about life, and I keep thinking about everything that's happened in my life, and then I see what's in front of my life, and goddamn, the future is just so bright. Wait, am I streaming right now? It says to get started. I fucking screwed the mic stand the wrong way. It says to get the stream started, something, something, something. But it also says I'm 2 minutes in recording, or in, yeah, whatever. So yeah, welcome to episode 1 of Fed Into the Abyss. Welcome to episode 1. Very welcome. Very welcome around here. Very welcome here. Is that racist? I don't know. I don't even think of a particular race when I say it. But, if it turns out to be extremely accurate to a race out there, I'll back down. We don't got to do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to freaking start a kerfuffle. Hold on. All right. All right, so I am streaming. Okay, great. I wanted to also start out the series or whatever. It's just more of like a documentation into the explorations, that I go through when I'm making music and stuff like that. It's kind of another way for me to enter and to like really hone in my intentions when it comes to expressing myself creatively, and then thinking about the limits of my capabilities. I was not ready for a freaking monologue. That's what. Okay, hold on a second. And at least for me, some people might have figured this out sooner. But really, like, I'm around 30 years old now, and I've been creating for a really long time. I've been creating for self-expression the entire time. And, there's a lot of habits that you learn with the lifestyle honed, really like honed in and zoned in at a particular attitude or a way of approaching something, a task or a goal. And then, like, in that sense, there is a lot of thoughts that are missed. When I have my blinders on, there's a lot of things that I haven't considered, too. And, also to save myself from overthinking later, I think it'd be really great to start off this series. We're all kind of like, I guess within the series, it'll be a more of a concentrated aware of ourselves, I'd like to believe at least like the people that consume my stuff are like active thinkers. So, I don't know why I said that necessarily, but yeah, I wanted to introduce my process, but there's like so many freaking ways you can iterate something, and a lot of it is random. Like the product that you come up with is random because you don't control most of the things that happen in your life. And I do want to get a song. What's a good song? All right, like there's a bunch of random things that happen in your life. Lo-fi hip hop, or no? You know what?
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past. We tried other work management platforms, not.
This is the only way. And then now unlock my deep voice again. Is this on? Do you hear that? Hello, do you guys hear that? Where's the microphone? But you forgot. But you guys probably know what I'm trying to say. Just a little bit, right? There's like so many different ways that you can approach a creative or any task to solve a problem, in other words. And then in this case, the problem would be probably like hello? This Hello? This is not part of the plan. Sorry, I need to talk to my guys after this fucking show. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Sponsors, I am capable of not swearing. I promise. So yeah, let's make a bunch of boxes. And then pick from them. And then we'll just freaking chip chap chap cheerio. Cheerio, you know what I mean? Because yesterday, though I did have a lot of fun. And it was awesome. And while I was doing the freaking 9-hour stream where I only got 3 songs out of it, I did feel like I treated it, and I also felt like it was a warm-up in all of my instruments. So I took a lot of time just kind of learning, kind of like practicing the muscle movements or whatever. And I was really honing in on the micro movements in every phrase. Ooh, that's the water. So I want to go chip chap chip 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 chap, and like what better way to do that? Because you know me, I'm at this point as I can get freaking sidetracked pretty easily. But somehow it always finds a way back, so that's nice. But yeah, I'm 30 years old. And I've always wanted to play games like this. I've done it. I've made like a couple boxes where it only had one category of prompts, or it was like a catch-all category of prompts. So now we'll start with like, what do we want to practice? You know, so there's like a bunch of different variables, so I'm not too sure actually what are the best variables. So, or which labels for the boxes. So yeah, you know, I wanted to capture this all on stream too, and really like show my process, not just like performance-wise when you see the final take and all of that, and when you're listening to it, not even thinking about you know, my bitch ass behind the screen or anything. And you don't really have to see all the nitty gritty shit. You know, because it's always been a thing for me too. I guess I feel like I say a lot of this stuff a lot, but I don't, you know. I don't really talk a lot in general. So this is also a good practice for me to keep myself active, and then also better learn how to communicate my intentions, and then also learn how to express myself in a way that makes sense for everybody, but especially myself. I think that's like one of the best ways to say it. So yeah, here's the abyss, you know, and thank you for feeding into it. This is the freaking trenches, dude. We're all the way in the fucking abyss. So, and not in many sorts of ways. So yeah, in all sorts of ways. So, and like, what better way to do something about it than make art? I don't know why I'm so cough. I should probably just drink more water or something. Yeah, so we got in no particular order. We got attitude, ratitude, and just latitude. Attitude, which I do want to distinguish from mood, which will have 3 picks. And then the mood could be like, what could the mood be? It could be like sad or bummed out. Or what else could it be? Hangry. Or no, hangry is like a state, right? I mean, emotionals are states, but attitudes have a direction behind or in front of the emotion, you know? So that's very honed, that's very precise. If that makes sense, you know? Let's take a second here. So attitude could be like determined, because you can be sad and determined, but you can also be like sad and happy. Can you? Or is that like some fucking superpower? Some supernatural human ability that no one can ever freaking ever do ever. And anyone who's done that ever is a freak. And they're gonna die once they get found out. Once they get found out, baby. Man, that's over. Attitude, determined. I'm trying to think like exhausted is a word. Exhausted is probably more of a state, though. So I guess state is a kind of a good fucking thing. Except now I'm kind of getting also really like a little bit too much, but this is for the fucking road, you know. I might as well make a Cards Against Humanity epic fucking saga that has, you know, that's what Volume 1's for anyways, man. This is for Generation 1 cards. We're just a big We're just making history. Determined. Oh yeah, attitude. I kind of think is lethargic an attitude. Maybe I just won't overthink it because I could spend. Oh yeah, and that's why I have this freaking thing right here. This thing. Because I'm so fucking ADHD, dude. So yeah, that's exactly why I have this actually. So for this timer, we're just gonna try to get all the fucking words, and then we're just gonna keep using the timer to carry us. Hopefully, fucking carry us to victory here, because, I can do it. I can do it for a minute. I can do this for a minute. Especially if I have a freaking pee-pee break. Alright. State exhausted. And then I was thinking object too, but I don't know. Like objective, Like what is my objective in writing this? So in that sense too. So actually I kind of do want it. So objective. And then like I wish I could just draw on notepads. Can you just draw on notepads and then text? So like objective could be like etudes, T-tudes. Different than the attitude. You know what I'm saying? Is it weird that I'm looking this way and then the freaking text is over here, or does that even matter? Alright. So yeah, let's start this fucking timer. And that objective. Oh yeah. Well, I wanted to make this whole thing a game too. And then like, yeah, the more we narrow it down and like pick cards like we're in fucking Monopoly rolling our dice. At the end of the day, it's just creative labor being spent between events. So it's just like a nice streamlined way to approach something that should be pretty open and ambiguous for the writer to explore such things, ambiguously. Or I mean, not ambiguously, but like freely and like not too constrained. But there should be some constraints. So I could just say like rules. Or no, I could say like, fuck. Hold on. Don't yell at me. Okay, I could say like 4-4. I could say 3-4. I could say 6-8. I could say 11-13. And then I could also say 8 bar. 32 bar. Fuck. I guess I could do 16 bar. 64 bar. And those are like, yeah, I guess those are constraints or limits or just like guidelines or rules. Pick your poison. Pick your French. Pick your jargon. So forage. But those have to be in distinct categories. I have 3 minutes. I love the timer. This feels like a game, and I'm just competing with myself. Yesterday, I got 3 songs in 9 hours. So, attitude, mood, state. Oh yeah, and I was gonna, and I can do this when the timer's over. I can, when we actually start constructing the thing, I'll look up a list of all of these things too, and then, or ask like a robot, an AI to do it, generate that AI-tively. Is that it? Okay, well, objective is more like an etude, so I wanted to do picking only a song, and then it could be, one per, okay. So then something could be like motif, so then we have bar, range, I don't know, and then we have time. Okay, motif could be strums only, strum plus finger style, 30 20, and then 50. Which just means like fucking strum fingerstyle, then strum for 50% of it, if that makes sense. Motif, okay, so, and then, or, you know what I'll do? Fuck. Strums, fingerstyle. Fuck me, man. Pick. Finger picked. Harmonics. Oh yeah, then I was also gonna do song. Chillin'. Dance. Oh yeah, then like energy, or I guess energy and attitude. Energy, attitude, dance. Those are the only three. Those are only three genres. Oh yeah, fuck instrument. Trombone, clarinet, guitar, bass, vocals. Remember, these are all cards that we can pick from. Picking only song. Song. Oh shit. Vocals or. Fuck. Goes with lyrics. Fuck. 240 now. Fuck. Ding ding ding. Pencils down. Do you hear that? My pencils down, bitch timer came on. Saved by the bell again. Shit. So these are a lot of wheels then. But this will be worth it. This is why I also signed up for, or I guess I had an account already, which is why I knew about this website. But yeah, then it told me I couldn't sign up twice. This is the first time I've ever seen that. Oops. So, from any website, actually. Pretty silly and hilarious interaction I had with the website today. Alright. Damn, that last minute, I kind of popped off though. I wrote a good amount of things. Alright. Wheel of names. So, let's do Gemini. What? Am I offline?